Today we're going to talk about divisibility tests, and these are little rules that we can learn where we should be able to, or hopefully we'll be able to look at numbers and quickly identify them as whether or not they're divisible by another number. And one number, whole number, is divisible by a second whole number if the remainder is 0 when you divide the first by the second. So for example, 16 divided by 2 is 8. So we can say that 16 is divisible by 2 because 2 went into 16 8 times. So let's see, I bet you know some of these, if not all of them already. How can you tell if a number is divisible by 2? It's going to end in an even number, right? If it ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, then you know that that number is divisible by 2 because it's even. The way that we tell if a number is divisible by 4 is if the number formed by the last 2 digits is divisible by 4. I think this is the hardest rule, and this is what it's trying to tell you, is that if it was something like 428, okay, you look at the last 2 digits. Is 28 divisible by 4? Yes. So this would be divisible by 4. Okay, but if I gave you 450, does 4 go into 50 evenly? No. Okay, it can even be really large numbers. It could be like 10,812. Is 12 divisible by 4? Yes, so that 10,812 would be divisible by 4. So you have to know your 4's times tables pretty well. Okay, you can tell if it is divisible by 5 if it ends in 0 or 5. Okay, that's an easy one. You can tell if it's divisible by 6, if it's divisible by 2, and 3. And we're going to get to the 3 rule in just a second. But if it is divisible by 2 and by 3, then it's divisible by 6. And then you can tell if it's divisible by 10 if it ends in a 0. So let's talk about 3 and 9. I think these are really fun. A whole number is divisible by 3 if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. Okay, and I'll explain what this means in a second. And a number is divisible by 9 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 9. Okay, so for example, let's look at the number 215. Okay, if I add up the digits, 2 plus 1 plus 5, I get 8. Okay, so is 8 divisible by 3? No, so therefore 215 is not divisible by 3. Is 8 divisible by 9? Nope. So therefore, 215 is not divisible by 9. Let's look at 282. 2 plus 8 is 10, plus 2 is 12. So is 12 divisible by 3? Yes. So therefore, we can tell that if I were to divide 3 into 282, it would go in even. Okay, and then let's look at if that's divisible by 9. Is 12 divisible by 9? No. So therefore, 282 is not divisible by 9. So let's check out 468. 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 plus 8 is 18. Is 18 divisible by 3? Yes. So therefore, 468 is divisible by 3. Is 18 divisible by 9? Yes, so therefore 468 is also divisible by 9, right? And this is kind of cool. If you weren't sure if 18 is divisible by 9, watch. What's 1 plus 8? 9.